Police has killed somebody else as well. This was in California, I believe, Patterson, California. And there's footage out today of an old murder where their lies have been proven to be lies. Let's see what we got in this video here. I haven't even seen this yet, so I'm not sure how graphic it is or anything. Is this okay? Oh, it's another one of these shoot the person while they're interesting. It's a very similar to the Renee Good shooting. Let's see this news story about it.
Right at the intersection of Spear
See how it's described.
Avenue and Rogers Road, and this is where the roadblock now set up, blocking access to I-5 on and off ramps where this investigation is focused. Now, within the past hour, we watched as FBI agents arrived on scene to join this investigation, and within the past 30 minutes, we have learned that ICE agents were initiating a stop on a targeted vehicle when this shooting occurred, and that is central to this investigation. In a statement from ICE, they confirm that officers were attempting to arrest a man named Carlos Ivan Mendoza Hernandez. They described him as a known 18th Street gang member wanted in El Salvador for questioning in connection.
They say that about everybody.
To a murder.
Not saying that, you know, it's impossible, but they literally say that about everybody.
They went on to say as agents approached the car, quote, the wanted gang member weaponized his vehicle in an attempt to run an officer over, and that is when the agents fired defensive shots to protect themselves, their fellow agents, and the public, which brings us back to this roadblock and this investigative scene. As for travelers, if you're familiar with this exit, Spear Avenue off of I-5, you know this is where the Love's travel stop is, the Starbucks, multiple gas stations and fast food, all of it right off the freeway. But for now, we're being told that for much of the rest of the day, access to I-5, either on or off of Spear Avenue, will remain blocked for much of the day as this investigation continues. Lisa?
Yeah, and I mean, it's such a busy area right there, as you mentioned. Have we heard anything from any witnesses at this point?
So we have heard from multiple witnesses that they've heard multiple gunshots this morning when this happened. However, we are still working to try and find witnesses who can confirm what the statements are from the federal government versus what witnesses may have seen on the ground when this all happened. So the investigation continues, not only for the federal agencies and the FBI here now inside the crime scene, but we're doing our best to also investigate what witnesses may have seen to make sure that both versions match each other. Lisa?
All right, Mike DeSalle, thanks for the live report. We appreciate it. Let's go back to Live Copter 3 so we can get a look at the scene from the sky. And you can see where Sperry Avenue is and how it is blocked off. And there's still huge law enforcement presence there on the ground where Mike DeSalle is located. And as Mike mentioned, this is a really busy exit. There are a lot of things for drivers there. You can see there's the vehicle, lots of bullet holes in the glass and the
So, yeah, I mean, we saw the video and it looked like they were obviously trying to get away and maneuver around the agents. In that last part, when they started to veer off through the intersection, and that is the only time where they seem to come close to actually hitting somebody. And at that point, I feel like that's because they lost control of the vehicle because they were shot.
Front windshield of that vehicle right there. And again, that one man is in the hospital after shooting involving ICE agents. And again, ICE agents gave us a very extensive explanation of why that man was wanted out of El Salvador. We'll continue.
And I'm sure we'll get more information about that because there has been new information to come out about one of the first highly publicized murders after Renee Good. This was about a week or two after that. I believe it was in Minneapolis also. Yeah. So the New York Times reports that DHS had the so-called shovel attack on video within hours of an agent shooting an immigrant in Minnesota. There was no attack at all. His friend helped him into the house, and the ICE agent shot through the door for no reason, just like the victim said. And that is on this video. So they had this and then still ran with the story anyway, because of course that's what they're going to do. Yeah, you could see him just get away. And he's just frantically trying to get away. So it's, this story hasn't really broke the news yet because of everything else going on, but I have a feeling it will start to in the next couple days as more information comes out. There's also been an in custody death recently. A Vietnamese immigrant died in custody last week, according to a notification sent to lawmakers from ICE, marking the latest detainee during the Trump administration's immigrant crackdown. So this marks like the 46th person in custody. This does not count the other person he that I just talked about, because that was something that happened out in the field, I guess they'd say. That's counted differently, and I'm sure that number is almost as high. And there's probably plenty that we don't know about too, I'm sure. They've been really continuing to go on a rampage. Got a couple more stories from them. It was reported that they tracked down a rape victim and tackled them outside of a courthouse after she testified. The woman took the stand to tell her version of what happened, which she had already told police. She and her then boyfriend had argued, and then I won't describe the situation, but of course she was assaulted. The hearing finally ended at about 5 o'clock. The woman said goodbye to her lawyer and headed downstairs with the advocate. The two stepped outside into the rain, and the woman who had testified was tackled to the ground. I thought she was being kidnapped, the advocate told me. She ran to law enforcement officers in the lobby to ask for help. The police were just standing there like they were having a coffee. Yeah, so that's insane. Because of the fact that they knew that she was there because she was testifying. That's horrific. Probably extremely traumatizing. This was another one with them doing this crazy shit they do on the road.
Gosh. The local ICE agent right here. Local ICE agent. Local ICE agent. Oh.
So the ICE agents proceeded to break the driver's window and then detain him. He ended up getting released at the hospital. This was the guy that they handcuffed to the hospital bed, yeah. And this is the third time that he's been targeted by the same group of ICE agents. The first incident, which was Martina was rammed and detained back on October 16th, 2025, was covered by LA Taco with his exclusive footage of the incident. That's crazy. So they're trying to intimidate him. He must be like one of the people that keep an eye on ICE, and they're trying to intimidate him. That is wild.
And we hit them apparently. Look at this shit. That's insane. He did this on purpose.
You gotta step back.
And
Take a picture of me. I
more.
don't care. Like, I don't care.
One more for ICE. This lunatic in plain clothes just goes and indiscriminately pepper sprays a bunch of people in a parking lot, which they're known to frequently do. That guy was just filming. Wow. You know what, though? I hate to say this in this moment because that looked like it would hurt, but he probably got the best footage. Like, he was holding his camera right there, and the guy sprayed the pepper spray right at the camera. I just sorry that that's where my mind went. That is tough. Yeah, that's like the dude was not doing anything. These people are nuts.